Now, what does your background have to do with the job interview? Particularly if you're interviewing for something that has nothing to do with the industries you've been a part of. So if you've been in banking and you want to get into marketing, how do you talk about your background in such a way that it makes sense that of course you'd want to make this transition? If you've been in information technology and you'd like to break into sales, how do you build a case that that's doable? Those are all things that you want to prepare when you do an effective job interview. One of the things I mentioned earlier is don't assume that the question being asked is worth answering. Unfortunately, in the phone interview and sometimes even the first interview, there's a relatively inexperienced person doing the screening. They may not know anything about your industry, and your job is to make them look good. But they may ask questions that they were scripted to do, and it doesn't make any sense. When you get somebody who's inexperienced, your job is to make them look good. Your job is to direct them back to keep them on task, because they may be asking questions that aren't really pertinent to evaluating if you're a good match. One way to do that is to interrupt and say, oh, I have a question for you, and then you can bring them back to the task at hand. And so don't assume that the first interview is going to be with the decision maker. It may not. And that inexperienced person may actually be an outside contractor that doesn't even work at this organization. So they don't know the culture. They don't know the ins and outs of the product line and the services. But they're there as the gatekeeper to either let you in or keep you out.